If you are looking for the total fulfillment package in China to include inspection, packaging, consolidation, and shipping, stay tuned for this interview. Also, if you already have a freight forwarder inside China, you can use these services to inspect and consolidate your goods before you send the goods to your freight forwarder. So let's go. So here I have my guest speaker, Annie. She's from NextSmartShip and she works as the sales fulfillment advisor in her company. And she's going to be introducing us to her services and the different products that they can provide. So a lot of my audience, they're starting the e-commerce business for their first time. So they're not familiar with the logistics and they're usually looking for a place that can help them consolidate their goods, package their goods, and provide warehousing services. So Annie, can you please explain the overall theme and services that your company provides when it comes to product fulfillment?
Oh, yeah, definitely sure. And actually, we can offer nearly all the services related to warehousing and the logistics part. And NextSmartShip is a tech-centered global logistics company that strives to help D2C brands of different sizes to elevate their business into the next big thing. We're based in Shenzhen, China, with a local warehouse there. Besides that one, we have 6 overseas warehouses globally in the USA, UK, Europe, Canada, and Australia. We offer warehousing, order fulfillment, and the customized services to our customers. To put it simple, if you are an e-commerce seller and want to fill the orders globally, you may reach to us. We can collect the products from your suppliers, do product inspection, do customized services, fulfill orders to 97% of places globally. Also, we offer system integration, product sourcing, and excellent customer success team support. If you haven't decided what to sell, haven't built your website, you may reach to us as well. We are very friendly to startups.
That's great. It seems like you're the whole package that if people are just starting out, they can start using your services and start the e-commerce business
Yes.
immediately. So going along those lines, let's say there's somebody in the audience that is trying out for the first time and they want the most amount of profit margin. So to get the most amount of profit margin, they usually have to go straight to the source, which is sometimes an option to go on platforms like Taobao, 1688, or Pinduoduo. But the issue with these platforms is that they're not internationalized. A lot of those products are meant for the domestic market in China. So if somebody wanted some assistance on how to get the product from Pinduoduo or 1688 and internationalize it with your services so that they can sell it in their country, let's say in this example would be the US, how would you give an example to the audience from start to finish, from purchasing all the way to reaching the product reaching the customer's doorstep?
I see. Thank you for this question. And actually, NextSmartShip can offer sourcing service and then internationalize the packaging. As long as our customers fill the request of sourcing sheet with the product information such as pictures and links, our sourcing department will find the suppliers on platforms like Pinduoduo, 1688, and Taobao.com as I mentioned before, and to purchase the products. And NextSmartShip will charge 5% of the total product's price as the handling fee. After that, our account advisor will provide the customer with all the information like the quotations, manufacturing time, real photo of the products, etc. Once we get confirmation from the client, we will place the orders as soon as possible and wait for the shipment to our China fulfillment, where we will do the inspection, pick and pack, and finally send parcels with tracking numbers and tracking websites to the client in the USA. And for the US market, we have many kinds of shipping methods you can choose from based on different kinds of products.
A lot of people complain that sometimes they get scammed because no one checks the product. I've actually had customers who had bought from a new supplier that they didn't recognize and didn't vet, and they sent them the shipping number and it had the tracking number and everything. But when the warehouse received the goods, it was an empty bag. So they avoided the scam because they checked the product before it left China, but that could have been very bad if the product were to go leave China and they received an empty bag. Along with those services, so you can provide services where you can ship it directly to the customer, as well as provide real-time tracking of the product from when it leaves the port to when it goes to the country to when it's like en route via the truck. Yeah, there are some countries that they're more, let's just say they're more established and have more strict import procedures. China is actually one of them. But let's say they want to import to like the EU, where they have the import one-stop shop, also known as IOSS. How would you help the customer, the person setting up the e-commerce business, deal with the import duties and make sure that the product can pass through customs and get to the final destination, whether it's a warehouse or to the end customer?
Well, I have to say, Michael, this is a very tough and complicated question, and let me elaborate more on this, okay? So for at this stage, we want to require the CE for the electronics, but there is still iOS number needed to pay for the VAT. If you have that, the VAT will be deducted from seller's account. If you don't have it, we'll prepay it for you by only charging 2% of the service fee based on VAT rate. Some would say, but if I want the receiver to pay the VAT, well, that happens sometimes. In this case, the parcel should be only shipped by express like UPS, FedEx, and DHL. And the second scenario will be the goods are sent to our EU warehouse and then dispatch the products when the orders come. If the goods are shipped from our Chinese warehouse to EU warehouse by us, the quotation would be DDP terms and door-to-door services. So you don't need to provide the IOSS in this part, but your supplier may need to offer CE certification for the electronics. But whether you have IOSS is related to your countries you can ship to. Without IOSS, can only ship to EU countries and areas. If you have IOSS and EORI, you can ship to non-EU part in European area. Apart from this, our European warehouse requires ECREP for the products, for which we are able to send out since the policy from 2021. If your company is registered in EC and then you have print the K-info and stick the ECRP label on the products, if not in Europe, you need to ask an agency to apply one for you. We can also help with you to figure it out. And the third scenario will be the goods for bulk cargoes are shipped by us via sea, train, air from China to appointed address. The services are also DDP terms and door-to-door. You don't have to provide access for import into Europe, but the CE is still essential for suppliers to give. I think for the VAT and IOSS part is very complicated, and we will help our customers to deal with this like case by case because well, sometimes they need to use our China warehouse, sometimes they need to use our overseas warehouses. That is why we need to divide it into different scenarios and discuss it case by case and finally figure it out. Hope it can help you to understand about this.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify with the audience that DDP means deliveries duty paid. That means everything is covered under the contract where the import duties and the delivery to the customer's doorstep is all included if no one knew what that was. And additionally, I want to clarify something about the import one-stop shop or the VAT taxes. Do you guys have your own account to be able to deal with the problems at customs, or will that be up to the e-commerce store owner to handle?
No, so far at this stage, we can handle with all the taxes, no matter you need the bulk cargo shipping, it will be DDP. And the second, you may need online individual parcel shipping. Let's say for the European customers, there will be VAT, right? Because there's like the VAT threshold is 0 now. So every parcel that shipped to Europe will be a VAT. If the e-commerce seller, he has the IOS number, he can provide it with us. If he doesn't
Okay.
have it, don't worry. We can help with that, and we will charge only 2% more as the service fee. Let's take Germany for example. Now, if you ship a parcel to Germany, the VAT rate will be 19% of the declared value. If you don't have the IOS number, we can deal with it, but we will charge you 2% more. So it will be 21% of the declared value as the VAT. And
Yes.
anyway, you can choose a proper shipping method in our company, and your customers, they don't need to pay the VAT. Well, there's another scenario. Sometimes the customers may tell us that, Annie, can I just ask my customer to pay the VAT when they finally receive the parcel? Yes, of course, there is such kind of option, but you can only use like the express, like DHL, FedEx, and UPS to deliver parcels. That means the customers need to pay the VAT to do the customs clearance.
Personally, I don't recommend the customer to pay for VAT. It's a bad
Oh,
customer
yes, that's right.
experience. If they have to call DHL or go to the DHL
Yeah,
office and pay the tariff, it's just not good experience and you won't get that
yes.
many sales.
Everyone wants to get their parcel smoothly and successfully. They don't want to pay anything else.
So it has to be very clear on the website that you're selling products on that it includes VAT import duties for the end customer for a better
Yes.
experience. But if you're selling it, like let's say you own the e-commerce store and you don't have an iOSS account, they can help you for a 2% fee. Or if you want to save that 2%, you can create an iOSS and then deal with
Yes.
yourself. I have some people ask me that they want to get started in this e-commerce business. They want to set up their store, start drop shipping, or maybe create their own branded item and send it to a warehouse. Because of the advertisements, they think it's so easy, like a click of a button, you can do it. A lot of the times they underestimate the logistics and the back end that goes into procuring the product, making it international, shipping it overseas, dealing with customs. They don't understand that whole process. So from your guys' experience, what are the 3 biggest mistakes you see when people start to venture in this business, and how would you avoid them?
Okay, let me just elaborate the three biggest mistakes, like one by one. And firstly, some customers may choose really big products with big volume weight. As you can see, like there are two weights of one product. One is the gross weight, which is very easy to understand. The other is the volume weight, which is measured by the dimension of the product. And the logistics company will charge by the bigger weight. I have met some customers who with really low selling price, but their products can be really big. And then the volume weight is much bigger than the gross weight. In that case, the shipping fee can be really high. Actually, they cannot make money from the business actually. So how can we avoid the loss of money? Is that when you choose a product to sell, remember to consider both the gross weight and the volume weight and keep them in the same range. And the second mistake will be, well, lack of shipping knowledge. Some people may choose products with battery, magnets, and liquid. These are sensitive products and need special shipping methods actually to make sure the customs clearance can be smooth. However, comparing with the normal shipping channels, the special shipping methods can be more expensive. If they didn't know that before purchasing a big bulk cargo, they may find it hard to fulfill the orders. Even they can fulfill the orders, the shipping channels can be limited and the shipping fee can be a bit more expensive. In that case, they need to gain professional advice of how to choosing a proper product and get to know more knowledge about shipping rules and the logistics rules. And the third mistake will be wrong selection of warehouses. We always recommend our customers to test the market before sending bulk cargo to their local warehouse. However, there are still some customers who go on their own way. Once the products are unsellable, they may face huge losses. So this suggestion from me is that market test is very important. We do accept sample testing. So don't hesitate to have a try. Those are the three mistakes people will make.
Yeah, that's some really good advice. I've had customers that buy bulk first, and I'm like, no, no, no. Buy a sample, like have your friend buy it from you, and then go through the logistics process one time so you know how it works. Instead of trying to buy bulk, investing like thousands of dollars and having unsold product in the warehouse that's just getting more fees because it's staying there for a longer time and not being fulfilled. Yes, that is very common. As well as the shipping, there's a lot of things that you need some consultation depending on the product you choose, as they mentioned, like shipping batteries, shipping a cell phone. Shipping a cell phone can be expensive because it has a battery. Some people have the insight on shipping specific products overseas. For example, if your product has AA batteries, you can save a lot on shipping if you just tell the supplier, hey, batteries not included, don't put any batteries in there, and you can save like maybe 30% of the shipping price just with that. And that's just something that the audience should consider. So thank you for that feedback. Some people have asked me about payment processors and how they can fulfill orders and what kinds of payments they can receive and settle their funds. Can you explain the different types of payment methods that you support when it comes to using your platform?
And at this stage, we accept multiple payment methods such as PayPal, Payoneer Bank Transfer, and Alipay. While typically PayPal and Alipay set the fund immediately, the Payoneer and the bank transfer will take 1 to 5 working days for processing.
Some of the people watching also want a one-stop shop service similar to Amazon FBA, but in particular to their market. Can you please elaborate some of the one-stop services you can provide if they want to send items in bulk? And in what key countries you already have warehouses established so that they can easily get the product from the warehouse to their end customer?
NextSmartShip at stage currently has 7 global warehouses. The headquarters and master fulfillment center is located in China. Distributed warehouses are located in USA, Australia, Europe, UK, and Canada. All centers provide 30 days free storage. Monthly fees after the free storage period will be charged by every CBM, I mean the cubic meter. Domestic shipping from local NextSmartShip warehouse are measured by distance. We cooperated with different shipping couriers, and you can choose the best to suit expected budget and speed. Returns are accepted to our overseas warehouses, and the returned parcels will be listed on the shelves for your next sale.
And for people that want to calculate the business, like you mentioned, people underestimate the cost for shipping because they ship sensitive items or hazardous materials. Do you guys have a tool for the customer to kind of get an estimate of the shipping cost for a key product they select?
Oh, yeah, sure. In the OMS system, you can do the trial calculation yourself. You just need to input your target country, the weight, and also, the dimension of your product. There will be several shipping methods and also the total charge, including the shipping fee. And you can just select a proper method you want to use. Consider about the budget and the shipping time you need. So of course you can do that. Even though some people select the sensitive products, we can offer them the proper shipping channels. But as I mentioned before, you need to consider about the high shipping fee because the special channels, yeah, it will have.
Okay, if you can leave the audience with one piece of advice if they're just getting started with their e-commerce business, what would that be?
Well, I think it will be like you need to find a fulfillment center that can completely handle your fulfillment part. A professional fulfillment center could save tremendous time for you. So then you can concentrate on expanding your market and get more orders actually.
Yeah, and not just save you time, but save you a lot of money. A lot of
Yeah.
people, like if they buy a product straight from Pinduoduo and try to sell it to a country in Europe, and then it doesn't have the CE certificate, or if they try and sell it to the UK and doesn't have the UKLA certificate, it's going to get kicked back and you just wasted all that money to include shipping.
Yes, exactly. So, and also if you find a fulfillment center, there will be a fulfillment advisor. He or she will give you like all the details and information before you decide the market and what kind of products to sell. So I think it is like a one-stop service. You can, as you mentioned before, you can save your time and money and also your energy to avoid mistakes.
Yeah, that sounds great. So if anyone in the audience wanted to get in contact with you or to start using your services, what's the best way to contact you?
I think there will be a link below. You may just click it and then you can come to the page of our company and you can just leave us the messages and we will just arrange a customer advisor to get in touch with you. Then we can just discuss and to find whether NextSmartShip can be a friend to help you with your e-commerce business.
As mentioned in the video, if you want to get started with their services today, make sure to look in the description down below to sign up. Also, if you want me to do a full tutorial of NextSmartShip's OMS system, let me know in the comments down below. If you found some value from this video, please smash the like button, subscribe, and share it with somebody that is also looking for the total fulfillment package in China. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Now that you may have a warehousing and inspection agent, you may want to consider looking into all the sourcing platforms in China for your business that you can look at this playlist right here. Thanks for watching.